A system notification is seen asking about the character's boring lives and if he needs a new one. It turns out LIN XIU is a 21st century unemployed nerd who is searching for a job on some web page. Suddenly, the screen in front of him becomes big and bright, and he gets pulled inside the monitor screen. Another notification appears, congratulating him on making the correct choice for his future journey. It tells him that the super god system has sincerely decided to serve him. Lin starts crying, as he didn't even make a choice. After that, Starshine Academy in the Earth year 2696 is seen. During the year 2666, monsters invaded the Earth. Many destructions were caused and nuclear weapons were induced to kill all monsters. But they left behind X-Virus and it spread it around the world, causing the Earth going through mutations. As zombies and monsters appeared, the survivors walked on a path of martials and cultivation. Thus, Earth martial artists became the Lord. Ma Keng, who is LIN XIU's roommate, is seen. He is from Starshine Academy Class 29. And he is a beginner rank martial artist. He suddenly pulls Lin from his collar, as he was supposed to send Ma Keng food. LIN XIU is also from the Shining Academy, but he lacks cultivation talent. He angrily throws Lin towards the wall. Ma Keng's companions start wondering if Lin died. But he says that it's okay for him to die, as according to him, he is just trash. He put his foot over Lin's hand and said that he embarrassed him in front of Zujun by not bringing him rice. Lin's hand starts to hurt, and he wonders what is happening as he was at home surfing the webpage. Ma Keng and his companions start kicking Lin a few more times, and he starts bleeding. They all start abusing him and curse him to die. Lin thinks that living in this world is not going to be easy and decides to fight back. Ma Keng notices this and again comes to punch Lin. But he resists. He tells Ma Keng that he will not obey a trash like him even if he kills Lin. He starts wondering about his cheat sheet. Suddenly, a system notification appears, showing his accumulated anger. The system asks him if he wants to use an all-out attack. Just as Ma Keng is about to attack him, Lin uses an all-out attack to counter him, and King's bones crack up. He gets pushed off, and he faints. Lin's hand started bleeding as a negative side effect of an all-out attack. Another notification appears, telling you that the host has won a lottery and defeated the opponent by using an all-out attack. On clicking it, an auctions wheel appears in front of Lin, asking him to choose. He pays with 10,000 Union coins. After this, he goes to the infirmary, and a doctor recognizes him as student Zio Ling. He wonders how she recognizes him, and she says that he is the academy's weakest student. Sova wouldn't know him. She tells him to remove his clothes and lie down. Lin removes his clothes and thinks that this girl is scary. The doctor asks him which price cure he needs, and he says 98 Union coin types. He lies down in a machine and thinks that the previous owner's body is very weak and he must have been bullied by the group. But then he decides that he won't let anyone bully him. Finally, the preparation is complete, and the results of the injuries to the whole body estimate that it will take 5 hours to fully recover. The cure starts, and he thinks that after 5 hours he will be a new LIN XIU. After that, the teacher in class 29 asks about Ma Keng, and his companions tell him that he is having surgery in the C area. On further inquiry, his companions tell us that he was beaten by LIN XIU, and his rib cage bones are all damaged. On listening to this, everybody gets shocked and can't believe it. Suddenly, LIN XIU comes and asks the teacher if he can go to this times at 20 areas explore. Everyone is surprised to see LIN XIU because he appears to be different. His teacher tells him not to rush things and suggests that he first reach the beginner rank of martial artist, then slowly consider whether or not to join. One of his classmates asks him if he is rushing to die as it is a territory of zombies and monsters. Lin asks if he can go if he defeats him. They both challenge each other to a fight. Lin activates his power and analyzes his classmate's eyes. Knowing his personal information, Lin comes to know that he is weaker than Ma Keng, and he just needs to dodge his attacks and wait until his anger points max out. Then the all-out attack can easily defeat him. Lin tells him to meet him at the arena after class. After that, the Starshine Academy arena is seen, and everybody talks about getting a good show as they think of LIN XIU as trash. When Lin comes onto the stage, his classmate tries to attack him as part of the challenge, and Lin thinks that this guy indeed has some strength, as even though his wounds, disease are healed, this punch made him feel the pain. Lin keeps dodging his attacks as his anger points keep increasing. On seeing this, his teacher also starts thinking of him as trash as Lin keeps dodging. But he thinks that it's not embarrassing to do it as he has never seen a guy's eyesight so far. When all of his anger points max out, Lin attacks him with an all-out attack, and the guy starts bleeding as he is thrown away. The teacher then asks a student to send his classmate to treatment, as he doesn't want the A20 area's exploration to be effective. Lin's teacher tells him that he is impressed with him, and he asks if he can go to the A20 area's exploration. A20 area is a city at the north side. This place was infected by a nuclear virus, which spread everywhere in the area, filled with zombies, mutated beasts and monsters who are extremely dangerous. But since the risk and reward is equal, mutated beasts and monsters' body parts are all demanding materials, and their brains have a magic crystal that helps martial artists cultivate. It's a unique, rare solid energy that looks like a crystal but is worth a lot. After that, the teachers tell his students that dealing with normal zombies and mutated beasts and monsters shouldn't be a problem, as they all have been given long-term training. He tells them to use their weapon in the battle suit that the academy provided. He then further tells them that they must defeat the fear within their hearts, as it is different from the training. The zombies and mutated monsters are what they all will face. He says that they can examine their skills only by experiencing combat battles, which will make their hearts stronger. On being asked if he is scared, Lin tells his classmate that those zombies are a precious experience in his eyes. Their teacher instructs them to divide themselves into 4 groups of 20. He tells them not to walk deeper into a 20 area, as they can't defeat the deeper zombies and mutated monsters. After that, a 20-side world is seen. As they all walk, they tell Lin not to be a burden and call him trash. Lin suddenly notices a movement, and they all observe something coming. Suddenly, a huge monster approaches them. He is a rank 1 zombie, and slow movement, sharp teeth, and poisoned effects are his specialties, and his overall combat ability counts as 300. Upon noticing the monster, Lin thinks that even a low-level zombie is higher than his combat power, and he only has 29 combat power. He thinks that he needs more experience and then attacks the monster in full force with his sword. Suddenly, a system notification appears congratulating him for successfully killing the First Order zombie, and he gains 200 experience points. Another notification appears, congratulating him on his leveling up and informing him that his current level is 2 and that he has 2 potential points. His strength increases is 38 points. Suddenly, another 3 monsters try to attack Lin, and one of his classmates, Zhang Yi, kills him with his sword. They continue to walk again, and suddenly another monster approaches them. The monster is a First Order leader zombie, and moving fast, sharp claws and teeth are his traits. He is also capable of calling other First Order zombies, and his overall combat ability is 580. Lin tells his friend not to go there, as one of his classmates is about to attack the monster. Just as the monster is about to attack his classmate, Lin comes and kicks the monster and takes out his sword to attack him. She, who is Lin's classmate, tells him to kill the monster in one go, otherwise he will call more First Order zombies. He attacks the zombies, but they dodge his attack, which surprises Lin. The monster growls in anger and calls for more First Order zombies. Everybody thinks of getting out, but Lin thinks that if he can kill all these zombies, then he should be able to level up. His friend stops him from going, but LIN XIU goes to attack the monster, which surprises his friend. They all fight to attack the monsters, and suddenly, a monster tries to attack Lin from behind, but he kills him. As he kills different monsters, system notifications appear congratulating him for leveling up. By killing monsters, Lin levels up 3 levels in a row, and obtains 12 potential points. He tells the system to add all the points to his strength, and his strength now exceeds 50 points. As he feels strong, he again kills another monster. Lin tries to unlock the first gene chain, but the system warns and tells him that he is unable to unlock it as he is below level 50. Lin realizes that he needs to grind more, as only then can he achieve the requirement to unlock the gene chain. Lin's friend appreciates him for becoming so strong and killing the zombie leader. They then continue to advance, and suddenly, a wooden sign restricting the beginner rank martial artist to an advanced, deeper level is seen. They both realize that it's the restricted area their teacher told them about. Lin wonders if they should go in and take a look since they didn't discover any zombies and didn't earn any experience. Suddenly, Lin's friend pointed at a snake and a rank 3 color-changing python seed. It turns out that the snake has a large python pattern, and Lin realizes that it's an evolved monster, but he is unable to analyze its specialties and overall combat ability. Lin hides behind a small wall and thinks that the snake must be hiding and preparing to ambush him. Suddenly, a group of men come with a bow and arrow and ask him what he is doing hiding here. Looking at his clothes, they figure he is from Starshine Academy. Lin tells them that he is just a passerby. Lin comes to know that these guys hunt zombies and mutated monsters, and they are an adventure squad that obtains materials and crystals. He thinks that they are official martial artists, and he can't win at all. One of the men tries to take his Starshine Academy award, but Lin resists. Suddenly, the python comes from behind and eats the man. All the men get alert and decide to kill the python, as its crystal and scales can be sold for millions, and they think they will get rich by killing him. While observing the scenario, Lin wonders how getting rich is so easy as a few rank 1 martial artists there to attack a rank 3 mutated monster. Lin thinks that he needs to find a chance to take his sword back and run away. The leader of the group tells everyone to attack the 7 weak spots together. They all attack together and think that the python is dead. The leader notices Link taking his sword back and tells him to dismantle and take the color-changing crystal out. Lin thinks that he is stupid as he is injured and still trying to act arrogant. He tells him that he will dismantle it, but those will be his loot. Both the leader and Lin attack each other, and the leader tells him that he is from the Jiang family. Lin says that he doesn't know about the Jiang family and only knows that they tried to rob his sword and kill him. Suddenly, a system notification appears, congratulating the host for killing a rank 1 martial artist and telling him that he has obtained 25 experience points. It further tells him that his level has increased to 7, that he has obtained 7 potential points, and that he has a lottery draw chance. Lin thinks that adding 7 potential points to speed and physique will be stable with strength. After that, Lin dismantles the crystals and thinks that the evolved beast's core shape is its main energy source. He believes that martial artists absorb the core's energy to cultivate, that it can also be used as an energy source for some machines, and that a rank 3 mutated core from a color-changing large python can be sold for a good price. Lin thinks that it's time to meet with Yang Tian and others, but he suddenly notices a wooden sign that says, "Danger." He wonders if he took the wrong path and thinks that he can't stay any longer and has to run. Suddenly, he hears something and wonders why something amazing is appearing there. A rank 4 evolved lightning-fast leopard is seen with unknown speciality and overall combat ability. He thinks that he needs to run in order to escape. But Liu Yi, who is a rank 4 martial artist, appears, and her speciality and overall combat ability can also not be analyzed. Lin observes the cheetah attacking Liu, but she dodges the attack and counterattacks it with her sword. Lin is impressed by her skills and thinks that one day he will be as strong as her. Just as he thinks that the fight is over, the cheetah once again attacks Liu, but Liu counterattacks. Lin thinks that since the cheetah's attack was the last attack before dying, if he takes the last hit, he will be the one who killed the boss and will loot the rank 4 mutated beast's core and become rich. Just as Lin tries to attack the dead cheetah, another cheetah appears, and Lin starts running and thinks that the lightning flash leopard usually hunts in pairs, 1 male and 1 female. Lin takes out his sword and warns the cheetah not to come near, as he will cut her. He then decides to jump off rather than become her food and get eaten. Lin jumps off the cliff into the river and wonders if it is the bottom of the cliff. He notices the girl in the river and thinks that she must have been hit by the lightning leopard. He notices her breathing and thinks that she fainted, so he brings her out. Lin thinks she's pretty and is surprised to learn her rank at such a young age after observing her. He assumes that she must be a genius from some big family. Lin then starts eating fish from the river and suddenly notices the girl pointing her sword at him. She asks him the reason behind wearing so little and inquires if he did anything to her, but Lin tells her that he saved her from drowning. He then introduces himself to her, and she does the same and asks him what he wants. Lin tells her that he wants to become as strong as she is, but she tells him that his potential is too low. After that, Link thinks about the lucky draw chance that he got from the system and opens it. On spinning the wheel, the system tells him that he has a super big surprise, and the host has obtained 100 birds facing Phoenix. Another notification appears, stating that this skill card was created for rank 6 and above martial artists, and contains the cultivation process and experience of martial skills. The skill rank is categorized into bronze, silver, gold, and diamond. The higher the rank, the stronger the power. Lin is disappointed and wonders what the green thing above his head is, only to discover that it is 100 bird facing Phoenix and a growth skill card. He comes to know that this kind of card is more precious than the diamond card, because the card will evolve and change as martial artists cultivate. Lin thinks that with this skill card, his next step is to pick a suitable long spear as a weapon. Wu asks him why he is laughing like an idiot, and he says that it's nothing. They both then hear someone coming here, and Lu says that it should be a squad. Lin asks her to run but then realizes about her injury. He gives her a piggyback ride, and they both run away. Following that, a squad arrives and notices human activity near the bonfire. A man thinks that there is another martial artist present and gives the order to kill. Lin tells Lu that she is heavy, and she corrects him by saying that it's the sword on her back that is heavy. Lin notices a monster that is a rank 2 red viper. It specializes in snakes, prefers to travel at night, and has poisonous fangs. Its overall combat ability is 670. Lin thinks his overall combat ability isn't quite high. Lu gives her sword to Lin and tells him to deal with it. She tells her that the sword is very fast and specializes in fighting in the dark, and she tells him not to act but to wait for orders. Lin thinks that the night's darkness is affecting his vision, but then immediately kills the snake with a backstab. Lu thinks that their potential gap is large. Lin, on the other hand, starts making fun of the snake, and he suddenly wakes up to attack him, but Lin uses a head attack and kills him. Lin's body suddenly starts to heat up due to the red viper's horny poison. Lin suddenly feels attracted to Lu, but she tells him not to come any closer. Not understanding anything, he goes and kisses Lu, then gets shocked. He tells her that it was not intentional, and she tells him that there is a lake and it can calm him down. He jumps into the lake and feels refreshed. Lin is pleased to recall his kiss with Lu, whereas Lu is puzzled as to what is taking him so long to come out. Suddenly, a mysterious man sees Lu and says that he has finally found his pretty girl. Lu tells the man to get lost or get killed by her, but the man and his companions start coming forward. The man tells her that they saw her falling from the cliff after being attacked by the lightning flash leopard. He thinks that she is some big family's heiress, as she killed the lightning leopard so easily. The leader's men hold Lu, and he starts misbehaving with her. Just then Lin appears and recognizes him as Zhang Liang. He is a rank 2 martial artist and specializes in using swords. His overall combat ability is 1540. After this, he recognizes all the martial artists by their name, rank, and overall combat ability. This surprises the leader of the group, and they all run away. Lin asks Lu if she is okay, and she in turn asks them about his skill in knowing their combat abilities. They both then quickly leave, and the group of hunters fails to find them. The leader gets angry and thinks that they just need to guard the outer area, and then they will definitely be able to catch them. Lu asks him why they are heading deeper into the restricted area, as the monsters here are very strong and more dangerous. Lin says that the more dangerous the place, the safer it is. He says that when the group reacts, the first thing that will come to their mind is that we will decide to leave the restricted area as fast as possible since Lu is injured. So, they will decide to guard and wait for them at the outside area, and they will stay here until Lu gets recovered. Lu notices Lin's smartness despite his being weak. The next day, Lin finds Lu sleeping on his shoulder, and he gets flustered. Lin, as soon as she wakes up, tells her that there is an evolved monster that he smelled through scent. Lu tells him to prepare for battle, and Lin wonders if she is all recovered. Lu tells him that she needs 2 more days to recover and gives him his long sword, saying that he will be the one fighting. She tells him to fight with stronger enemies in order to become stronger and reassures him that she won't let him die. Suddenly, a rank 2 Fang wild boar appears. He is a beast type and specializes in charge attacks. He has a thick skin and a strong defense. Its overall combat ability is 800. On noticing it, she tells Lin that the Fang wild boar specializes in charge attacks, that its attack method is easy, and that its weak point is at its belly. He comes to attack Lin in full force, but Lin kills him. Similarly, on the second day, Lin kills a rank 2 black leopard, obtains 21 experience points, and levels up to level 9. Lin thinks that this girl is so scary because, at such a young age, she already knows an evolved monster's habits, attack method, and weak points. With her help, he even killed 2 rank 3 evolved monsters, and his level increased to level 9. Lin asks Lu if she wants any of these crystals, but she says that he can have them. She tells him that she has fully recovered and that this is farewell. Lin says that she can't leave him here as she has to be responsible for him. He says that those monsters are still waiting for him outside the restricted area, but Lu says that it's his problem. He asks what she is going to do after leaving this place as she has just recovered, and she tells him that she is going to find that lightning flash leopard as she won't fail this time. She tells Lin that the next time they meet, if his combat ability is lower than hers, she will kill him. And this leaves Lin wondering if she is repaying him with revenge. Lu flies in the air, and Lin asks her where she came from, and she answers Satarina. Lin thinks that the monsters must have left since it's been 2 days now. Suddenly, someone attacks him, and it turns out that an attacker from the previous group is trying to attack him. The attacker wonders where the girl is, whereas Lin thinks that he must kill this rank 1 martial artist before his companions appear. The attacker uses a bronze martial technique in the white snake blast to attack Lin. Lin gets angry as he is pushed back. He accumulates his 90% anger energy and completes it. The system then asks him if he wants to use his accumulated anger energy, and he says yes. They both then attack each other by using different techniques, and the rank 1 martial artist is killed by Lin. who earns 23 experience points. The system congratulates him for leveling up to level 10 as he obtains 10 potential points. It further tells him that he has unlocked a new skill called Fury, which is an initiative skill, and that after using it in the next 10 minutes, his strength, speed, and stamina will greatly increase. It informs him that after the skill ends, the host will enter an extremely tired and exhausted state. He instructs the system to assign points to all of his potential. After this, the other companions of the attacker come, and he notices a 4 rank 1 martial artist and thinks that he has no chance of winning. They all attack Lin together by using the silver martial technique, Wind Slash. Lin thinks that he can only try out his newly obtained skill. He activates the Fury skill and suddenly feels strong and refreshed. He immediately then runs out of their sight, and while hiding, he thinks that he has to end this quickly as he only has 5 minutes left on the front, and once it's over he will enter into an extremely tired and exhausted state, and he will be weak to fight back. He appears and kills another martial artist and then uses 100 birds facing Phoenix. Lin, using the 100 bird Phoenix, kills a rank 1 martial artist and obtains 22 experience points. The companions then attack him one by one, using different techniques. While attacking, Lin thinks that he must kill their leader first, and that he must use everything he can to kill this rank 2 martial artist. The attackers believe Lin used the secret technique to temporarily increase combat ability, and that such a technique has mostly negative side effects. Lin then attacks the companions with his accumulated anger and then uses the 100 bird Phoenix technique on the leader. The leader gets shocked upon seeing his technique as it hits him. Suddenly, Lin's spear breaks down due to 100 bird Phoenix power. He suddenly feels very weak and exhausted. This makes the leader happy, and he tries to attack Lin. Suddenly, someone saves him, and it turns out that the sister doctor from Starshine Academy has saved him. The sister doctor is Zio Ryoshiwi, who is a rank 4 martial artist. She tells him that she underestimated his skills because she didn't expect him to kill such strong martial artists. Lin asks her the reason behind her sudden presence, and she says that she is the school's doctor and needs to treat students' injuries. Lin tells her that he is okay and doesn't need treatment. The sister doctor helps him to the exit. After that, all students are seen standing in front of the teacher. The teacher tells them that their physique has become tougher after a few days of combat training. The teacher asks Young Tan about LIN XIU, and he tells him that he went to the restricted area after killing the rank 3 pikeman. And the teacher gets shocked on listening to this as he went alone there. Everyone assumes he's dead because he's a trash, but Lin appears and asks Zujun if he wants another beating. Everyone is surprised to see Lin back and unharmed. Everybody makes fun of him, thinking that he went into hiding. Zujun tells him that Brother Zhanglai has killed 8 rank 1 evolved beasts, and everyone says that the combat experience training's first place definitely belongs to Class Rep. Suddenly, Lin opens his bag and shows the core crystals to everyone. It turns out he brought 16 rank 1 core, 5 rank 2 core, and 3 rank 3 core crystals. Everyone, along with the teacher, gets shocked upon seeing Lin's achievements. Zhanglai becomes enraged and declares that Lin Feng definitely cheated. The teacher in turn tells him to cheat too, as a rank 3 core is at least 450,000, and asks him which one of them will be able to use more than 3 million to buy 3 rank 3 core to cheat. He says that this combat training's effect is unexpected and tells everyone to go back to the hotel to rest. He tells them that they can't sell these core crystals through the Martial Artists Union website, as they aren't official martial artists yet. But he says that the hotel's boss is buying core, and they can sell it to him. Everyone then goes to the boss of the Sunset Hotel to sell their core crystals. The hotel's manager is as surprised to see Lin's core as he is to see 3 rank 3 cores. The boss asks him how much he wants to sell it for, and Lin replies, 500,000 for one. Everyone is shocked when they hear Lin's rate, because all of the students begin calculating the money, and believe Lin Feng will become rich. The boss tells him to send his union card as he will transfer the money right away. Suddenly, a student came and pushed Lin away. It turns out that the student is Sun Chen, who is a quasi-martial artist, and his companion is Lai Yuan, who is a beginner rank martial artist. Lin believes they are the class's top students after seeing them, as many of them have achieved beginner rank martial artist in their class, and more than 10 have achieved quasi-martial artist. He thinks that Sun Chen seems to be ranked 18th in combat ability. Sun Chen asks the boss to exchange 10 rank 1 cores and 1 rank 2 core for union cash. Sun Chen calls the other students trash and considers Lin XIU trash. Lin asks Sun Chen why he wants to see you, but Sun Chen insults him. Lin tells him to apologize right away. Otherwise, he will let him have a taste of being beaten up badly by trash. They both attack each other, and Sun Chen wonders why Lin is so strong. He attacks Sun Chen in the eye. Sun Chen attacks Lin, and his classmates tell him to watch out. Lin escapes his attack, and they again attack each other. A system notification arrives asking Lin to use an all-out attack as his anger energy has been accumulated. Lin tells the system to save it as he thinks he can defeat him easily with just his own power, and he wants to make a warning to everyone using him. He twists Sun Chen's arm with full force, and his bones get cracked up. Sun Chen's companions get angry at Lin for his ruthless actions, but he says that he repaid him for what he did. Both the classes start arguing amongst themselves, but the boss asks all the students to stop for a while. The boss says that he has already sent the money for the 3 rank 3 beasts core and asks Lin to check. This shocks Lai Yuan, the companion of Sun Chen, as he can't believe that Lin was able to kill a rank 3 beast. Lin feels happy and challenges them further as he thinks he has an all-out attack waiting for them and thinks that his combat ability ranking will be 108. Suddenly, 2 teachers are seen, and one of the students from the other class complains about class 29 breaking Sun Chen's arm. Lin's teacher asks Yang Tian to explain everything in detail to him and teacher Jiu. The teacher that asks Lin to apologize to Sun Chen, as he beat a student from the same school. On the inside, however, the teacher rejoices because he believes that the elite class is arrogant and even looks down on ordinary teachers like him. He thinks that Lin's 2 moves have taken down Lai Yuan and gets surprised by him. Lin immediately apologizes to Sun Chen and says that he will pay his medical fees, since he doesn't lack money now. Teacher Jiang advises Sun Chen to seek treatment because, in his opinion, both parties have been wronged, and since student LIN XIU has apologized, it should end here. While going back, Sun Chen again challenges Lin, and he accepts it. They both then decide to meet in the arena next week. Everyone gets impressed by Lin and thanks him for helping them destroy the elite class. The teacher then informs everyone that this hotel has a combat ability testing device and instructs them to go check their combat ability. Zhang Yi and Lin XIU are seen standing in the teacher's office. The teacher tells them that he kept them behind because he wants to discuss how those guys will pick their future development direction, as both of them are prospective martial artists, so they need to pick up a suitable weapon. Lin XIU's overall combat ability is 676. Everyone gets shocked, and Zhang Yi gets shocked on seeing this. The teacher says that rank 3 and above evolved beasts have their skin mutated, and even the bullet-type laser weapon is not able to pierce through their skin. He says that under the hard work of humans, they finally obtain special metals from other planets, and weapons made from these special metals are able to cause damage to those evolved beasts. He further tells them to pick a weapon that suits them and then a combination martial technique to finally unleash a true martial artist's combat ability. Lin says that he had decided this long ago, and he will pick the spear. The teacher says that the spear is the king of weapons, and if he succeeds and masters it, he will become very strong. It turns out that the martial arts top 10 ranking lacks a spear-wielding martial artist. The teacher thinks that Lin has great ambition and might be able to become famous and strong in the near future. Lin thinks that he lacks a good spear and should go to the martial hall to try his luck. He then goes to the martial arts hall and says that he wants to buy a spear. The owner says that not many students use this weapon and shows him a spear. He says that this spear weighs 20 kg and was crafted using extraterrestrial meteorite. It is sharp and worthy of its price. He tells him that it costs for 200,000 but on discount it's for 50,000 only. Lin thinks that it's too light. The owner tells him that this pair weighs 36 kg and is crafted using extraterrestrial meteorite and lava stone with a flame attribute effect. He says that a good defensive item can also be used as a flame stone when outdoors. They both then bargain with each other. Lin asks him if he has a heavier spear. The boss tells him that he has a heavier spear but thinks that he can't lift it. He says that the spear is not only heavy, sharp, and strong but is something that a normal star universe or alone won't be able to craft. And its name is Steel Soul. Lin says that he wants the spear, and the boss tells him that its original price is 1 million, but because no one has bought it for a long time, he will give a 20% discount. Lin asks him if he can pay the amount in installments, but the boss says to pay it all at once. Lin then starts sobbing. After that, Lin is seen sitting and thinking that, after becoming a prospective martial artist, he can finally use the cultivation technique, as currently, at every corner of the earth, there exists all sorts of energy, which martial artists call yuan. But few people can sense it, and only martial artists can sense, absorb, and forge it in their bodies. Lin goes into the system to see what kind of change his body will have after the first cultivation. A system notification then appears, showing all his attributes. He thinks that he needs potential points from the system to increase these stats. Another system notification tells him that his 8th month's lucky draw has been refreshed and asks if he wishes to proceed with the lucky draw. On reading this, Lin starts the draw and obtains a speedy growth package. He suddenly starts wondering about the gift. The system tells Lin to wear speedy growth package cultivation items, and after that, the notification tells him that his current progress is 0 divided by 10,000, which shocks Lin. It turns out the equipment is very heavy, and Lin tells the system to stop playing. The system tells him to adapt this and says that after completing the speedy growth package progress, he can obtain 25 potential points. After that, Lin crawls to school, and suddenly, Yi Shuanger comes and asks him if he is sick, and he tells her that he is fine. He asks what brings her here, and she tells him that her exams are starting soon, and their teacher has brought them to a few universities to decide which one they like. Lin wonders if she is enlisting because he is in this school. Suddenly, a boy is seen, and Lin notices that he is the neighbor who lived beside Shuanger. It turns out that the boy is named Tang Ping, and he says that the weakest trash in the Starshine Academy is called LIN XIU. He then challenges LIN XIU when they both attack each other. Tang Ping uses a bronze martial technique to attack Lin. They both then attack each other fiercely again, and Lin says that if he wants to kill someone then he should be prepared to get killed. Lin damages Tang Ping's hand, and he starts calling for help. After that, another student appears named Tang Chan, who is a prospective martial artist and has a long sword as his specialized weapon and whose overall combat ability is 752. Lin realizes that he is a third-year senior. His power rankings are in the top 100, and he is also the Academy's first association's co-leader. Tang Tian says that he will cripple Lin's 4 limbs and tries to attack him, but Shuanger comes in between to protect Lin. In order to protect her, Lin comes in front and gets hurt. Tang Tian then tries to cripple Lin, but luckily his teacher comes in and protects him. Tang Tian tells him that Lin crippled his little brother's hand, and that's why he did it. But Shuanger tells the teacher that it was Tang Ping who started the whole thing. Lin challenges him to a martial arts battle, and his teacher tells him not to be stupid as it's a life and death battle, and he will be killed by him. Everyone in the school learns that Lin will be fighting Tang Tian in a martial arts battle, and assumes it's because she's a girl. After that, Lin visits the infirmary, and the sister doctor tells him to remove his clothes as he wants to do a full body checkup. Lin wonders what medicine she is applying as its effect is very good, and she tells him that it is the XIU family's healing medicine, and that it helps to quickly regenerate bones and muscles and is priceless on the market. The sister doctor tells him not to offend Tang Tian's family, as their influence is large. Suddenly, Lin notices a burst-shattering fist, which is a bronze martial technique, and the sister doctor tells him that it's free, and that the burst-shattering and swinging fist can produce an air list. She also tells him that it's the most ferocious close combat fist technique, but if the body is not strong enough, then practicing it would cause bones and muscles to get damaged, and that's why no one practices it. Damaged bones and muscles, she claims, are no problem with the XIU family's healing medicine. She tells him that it can help him practice bursting and shattering fists at a faster speed. Lin then believes so while he cannot do inner damage with this standard, he can learn the burst-shattering fist in 3 days. Suddenly, a system notification came and congratulated Lin for leveling up to level 11. He thinks that the speedy growth system's progress is not enough and he has to adapt to the weight. But in this state, his combat ability is only 80%. He thinks that he needs to prepare for the martial arts battle, and after that, the martial arts arena is seen, and the announcer announces that the battle is about to start between Tang Tian and LIN XIU. The battle officially starts, and then they both attack each other. Lin and Tang Tian both attack each other with full force. Tang Tian then takes out his sword to attack Lin, which everyone notices is fully suppressed. Tang Tian thinks that all his moves are blocked by Lin, and the current sword energy standard won't harm him. He attacks Lin with the bronze martial technique and a furious flame strike. Lin, on the other hand, thinks that he won't be able to block his move at all. His rage energy has reached 90%. Lin thinks that he wanted to hide his move first and use it as a trump card after his energy accumulated. Lin attacks with 100 birds facing Phoenix, and his teacher wonders how LIN XIU learned cultivate technique in such a short period of time. But Lin's attack fails and a system notification appears that says that the Speedy Growth Package system's progress is complete and the host has obtained D25 potential points. The system asks him if he wishes to use an all-out attack, and he tells the system to add 25 potential points, 21 to strength, and 4 to physique. His classmates wonder what Lin is wearing, and their teachers tell them that those are weight protection for the wrist, leg, and vest. Tang Tian asks Lin to remove his weights, and he says that it was just a warm-up and the real battle will start now. Tang Tian again attacks him with full force, but Lin attacks him with an out attack. Everyone thinks that LIN XIU has defeated Tang Tian, but he gets up and comes in full force. Lin wonders if he wants to become a Hulk, but Tang Tian tells him that he wants to kill him. Tang Tian attacks Lin in full force and pushes him away. Lin attacks him with a bronze martial technique, but Tian uses alphys to defeat LIN XIU. Lin's friend asks his teacher what an alphys drug is, and his teacher tells him that during the years when federal soldiers used to fight against strong zombies and evolution beasts, a drug was created to boost one's physical strength for a short period of time. He tells them that it forcefully absorbs energy to strengthen the body's physique, so it will damage the consumer's bones and muscles. A light side effect will decrease one's cultivation, and a heavy side effect will cause the individual to become crippled for life. The teacher says that the match must be stopped as Tang Tian has consumed a restricted drug. Another teacher claims that there is no such rule as not using drugs during a battle. It turned out that the match would continue, and then the Tang family's head, Tang Mubai, was seen. The Tang family is one of Starshine School's shareholders. Tang Tian claims that his shattering fist technique is the most powerful fist technique in bronze martial arts. Lin then activates the Fury skill, and a system notification appears, stating that the host will feel exhausted and his classmates will be shocked after using this skill. Tang Tian thinks that even after consuming restricted drugs, he is still not able to kill him. They both then attack each other, and Lin uses a burst-shattering technique, resulting in Tang Tian's arm starting to bleed. He then again starts to attack him, but Tang family's head comes in between, and Lin thinks that Tang family still needs to rely on martial artists for a martial arts battle. His teacher tells the head of the Tang family that this is a martial arts battle, and both sides have signed a life and death contract before the battle. Mubai says to Lin that he will remember him, and it turns out that LIN XIU wins the battle and has defeated Tang Tian, who is in the top 100 power rankings in the school. After that, teacher Luo comes to tell Lin both good and bad news. After the fight, Lin wakes up in the infirmary and asks to hear the bad news first. His teacher tells him that the school has decided to punish him, and Lin gets angry on hearing this. His teacher tells him that the Tang family is one of Shine Academy's shareholders, and Lin has already crippled Tang Ping's wrists and almost killed Tang Tian. He says that it's a big source of ridicule and humiliation for people like them. Lin's teacher tells him that they can't say anything about the martial artist battle since Tang Tian consumed the restricted drug in front of everyone. He says that they intentionally extended the matter, telling them that Lin has bullied juniors, procedurized the school, and has requested that they give him a punishment. Lin asks the teacher what his punishment is, and his teacher says that he has to go with the city's soldiers and participate in every year's Bright Fortress extermination operation. He further tells him that Bright Fortress is at Starshine City's large-scale military fortress on the north side, and the battle had a nuclear accident that caused humans and soldiers to mutate. He tells him that the place has endlessly evolved beasts that threaten the surrounding city's safety, so the surrounding city will organize soldiers to proceed with a large-scale operation each year. Lin thinks of it as an opportunity to gain experience points since that place's zombies and evolved beasts will be a lot stronger and much more numerous. Lin agrees to go, and his teacher tells him that it's not a joke, as Bright Fortresses each year have a death rate of 70%. His teacher tells him that he will help Lin to lower his punishment, but he says that he has already decided to go and ask him about the good news. His teacher tells him that he has become top 100 in the power ranking and gives him Burst Storm Pear Flower, which is a spear-type silver martial technique and is a power rankings reward. On receiving this, Lin thanks his teacher, and his teacher tells him that this is the last time Master Bai Lai Rui's self-created martial technique will be used. Then Lin can attack 100 times within 1 second. That's where the technique got its name. He says that Bai Lai Rui left behind the martial technique card of the Burst Storm Pear Flower, but not many people can master it. This impresses Lin, and he promises to master the technique. His teacher asks him to come back alive from the operation, as he is a kid with potential and has improved very fast. After that, Lin is seen with shopping bags, as last time's battle at school had damaged his clothes. Suddenly, he receives an attack from behind, and Lin wonders who it can be. A group of attackers is seen, and Lin notices that they are all rank 1 martial artists, and wonders if they are here to give him experience. The attacker then uses the bronze martial arts technique in chasing Wind Pierce in order to attack Lin, but he dodges the attack. Lin counterattacks him by using a burst-shattering martial technique and kills him. A system notification appears, congratulating Lin for obtaining 25 experience points by killing a rank 1 martial artist. All the other attackers get shocked on seeing this and decide to attack together, but Lin kills them, and the other 2 companions run away after seeing this. Lin thinks that the Tang family has sent them to kill him. After that, a lady is seen calling the attackers trash. Suddenly, Mu Bai appears and says that if he hadn't sent people in time to clean up the corpse, the union investigation would have easily determined that they did it. His wife says that she can't just watch her 2 sons get bullied, she must take revenge. She says that she wants to torture and throw Lin into the stinky river because of him. Tanner is forced to go to the death path to train. And that place is dangerous because no one comes out alive from there. Mu Bai says that he consumed a restricted drug despite knowing its side effects, and now only Death Path can make him stronger. He says that he has already suppressed the school and has made LIN XIU participate in Bright Fortress to do hunting missions, as that place has a 70% death rate, and he doesn't mind increasing the death rate. An airstrip is seen, and Qin Kiang, a rank 3 martial artist, inquires about LIN XIU. He hopes that everyone survives this mission, and a soldier asks Lin if he took the wrong script and came to the wrong place. Qin Kiang shuts him up and says that this time, Cheyenne City will send 4 teams and a total of 40 participants that joined in the hunt. The soldier makes fun of Lin, and Qin Kiang asks them to do 100 push-ups for making his fun. Qin Kiang tells Lin that he is part of the team since he is participating in this mission and tells him that he should be prepared to die at any time. He tells the soldiers that they will leave in 15 minutes. After that, the trading cabin of the transport plane is seen. A man comes and introduces himself as Lai. He tells Lin that he also graduated from Starshine Academy, and that he is his senior. He wonders why Lin has been sent on this mission, as it is very dangerous, and thinks that he must have offended a noble at school. The soldiers then ask Lai to train with them rather than chatting with Lin, and Lai says not to go overboard as Lin is his junior. The soldiers then start touching Lin's things, and they start wondering what he is hiding in his little box. They try to take away his box, but Lin takes out his silver soul blade and threatens them. He calls the soldier trash, and the soldier gets angry. The small team's leader, Zhu Wen, is seen and tells Jin Hai, the soldier, to throw away his personal grudges, as she doesn't want his grudges to cause other teammates to fall into danger. Suddenly, a zombie appears, and while killing it, Zhu Wen says that there are many small towns beside the Bright Fortress, and 10 of them will clean up the town's evolution beasts and zombies. She further explains that high-rating zombies and evolution beasts are all deep in the town. After that, rank 2 zombies are seen, who specialize in fast speed, sharp claws, and can turn the other person into a zombie by biting them. They have an overall combat ability of 746. The zombie tries to attack Jin Hai, but Lin kills it with his silver soul blade. Lin then starts killing the zombies one by one, which surprises the other soldiers, who feel Lin is stronger than them. The team leader then starts killing other zombies, and suddenly a voice starts coming. Lin tells everyone that the Lord Zombie is calling for other zombies, and a group of zombies is coming to attack. All of them maintain their distance and start shooting the zombies. On shooting the zombies, Lin keeps getting experience points, and the system congratulates him for leveling up to level 12, and as a result, he gets an increase in his power, fighting compatibility, etc. The system then congratulates him and tells him that he has reached an overall combat ability of 800 and has obtained the rank of martial artist. Lin becomes a rank 1 martial artist now. He thinks that he can now use anger energy 3 times each day. The cooldown is 8 hours, and he wonders why his passive skill can't increase the amount of time he can use anger energy. Lin is seen alone amongst the zombies and uses a hungerbird facing Phoenix to kill all the zombies. This shocks all the soldiers as well as the team leaders. They immediately call Lin before closing the shutter. The team leader thinks that this roller shutter won't last long, and one of the soldiers suggests using a staircase that can take them to the 2nd floor, where there is also a strong iron fence that is good for defense. The zombies break the roller shutter, and the soldiers immediately decide to run to the 2nd floor. Just as the zombies are about to enter, the team leader closes the iron fence. They all go to observe any hidden dangers and come to know that there are rank 1 black spiders in the building. Suddenly, a lot of spiders come to attack them, and the team leaders order everyone to go to the 3rd floor and start killing them. Lin tells everyone that there are a total of 4 floors, and the staircase can take them to the rooftop. After that, they all arrive at the rooftop while fighting with the spiders. The team leader then tells everyone to rest and recover. They suddenly notice a rank 2 dust-toothed wolf with an overall combat ability of 712, and a variety of specializations. They notice the dust wolves and zombies fighting with each other. The team leader says that it's a good chance to escape as the first floor zombies must have been lured away by now. Lin, on the other hand, questions why evolutionary beasts and zombies would fight each other. The team leader tells everyone that they will first escape from their surroundings, and then, after taking enough rest, they will continue cleaning the mission. Just as they step out, the dust wolves notice them, but the team attacks and kills them. After that, the king of wolves, rank 3 Dust Fang Wolf, is seen approaching them. The wolf bites off Jin Hai's arm and comes to attack the team leader, but Lin comes with his silver soul and attacks the wolf. The wolf then dodges Lin's attack, but Lin uses an all-out attack against the wolf. It turns out that the wolf is not dead yet, and he turns himself into a bloody thirsty coal. Lin comes to know that this is the wolf's special skill, and he did not expect that an evolved beast would gain such a strong special ability. The wolf comes to attack Lin in full force, but Lin uses 100 birds facing Phoenix and kills the wolf, but he gets injured. After this, the rank 2 zombie leader comes and calls on the surrounding zombies to attack them. The zombie uses the Dust-Tooth Wolf's core and starts evolving, and Lin thinks that it's about to evolve into a rank 3 zombie leader. Lin decides to kill the monster before it evolves. Lin tells the team leader to stall the zombies, and he will kill the zombie leader. On attacking the zombie leader, Lin realizes that his skin is tougher than the Dust Wolf zombie. Lin realizes that using an all-out attack uses a lot of strength and stamina. Lin decides to use the Silver Martial Technique card's Martial Technique. Lin learns the martial technique and uses it to kill the zombie. Lin thinks that 3 spears are way too few and decides to use the technique again. Lin uses the Burst Storm Pear Flower to attack the zombie. Jin Hai thinks that Lin is addicted and crazy enough to obtain such combat ability at such a young age. The team leader says that they can't lose to a high schooler and tells them to charge. On attacking the zombie, Lin realizes that his evolution is complete, and he can only take the risk. Lin thinks if he can't kill this zombie leader quickly, he will continue to summon more zombies, and their situation will only get worse. Suddenly, Lin's aura increases, which shocks the other soldiers. He then attacks the zombie leader with a Burst Storm Ear Flower and feels as if he has merged with one of the spears. Finally, the zombie leader is killed, and Lin obtains 8,000 experience points and levels up to level 13. They all then start killing all the zombies. The soldiers thank Lin for protecting and helping them, whereas the team leader inquires if Lin has taken some drugs in order to increase his combat ability, which Lin denies. The team leader wonders if Lin had understood the secret art. As with the last strike, his same martial technique's power increased very much. Lin starts wondering what is secret art, and the team leader tells him that the so-called secret art is achieved after a certain martial technique's cultivation and understanding reach a certain standard. With this, one is able to unleash the strongest power of the martial technique. She further tells him that even the lowest bronze martial technique won't lose to a silver martial technique if one can understand secret art. But martial technique's secret art cannot be easily understood as it needs a deep understanding of the technique and also a certain amount of luck. She says that 1 in 1,000 can cultivate martial technique to the expert stage, but only a few are able to understand martial art's secret art. On listening to this, Lin wonders if he can unleash the gold martial technique's power if he really understands the secret art of Burst Storm Pearl Flower. After this, the team leaders tell everyone to return to the building's top and rest for the night. They are all then seen eating the Dust Fang Wolf's meat. Lin then asks the team leader if she knows about Sage Area, and she tells him that Sage Area is an academy and is the strongest super martial artist academy above the 5 academies. She tells him that each martial artist in it can be called a genius by other schools. She says that Sage Area's lowest enrollment requirement is that high school graduates need to reach at least rank 2 in the martial arts standard. Lin thinks about the cold girl's reaction when he becomes an advanced rank martial artist. The team leader is seen telling the soldiers that they just need to eliminate all the zombies and evolve beasts in the middle and outer areas and tell the instructors to handle the A20 area's deeper parts, as then the mission will be over. Suddenly, a rank 2 level zombie walker monster is seen crawling up the wall of the building. It has expertise in climbing walls and ceilings. One of the soldiers shoots at the zombie, thinking that they are slow like snails and there is no need to be scared. But the zombie instantly dodges, and Lin tells him that they are actually zombies with fast speed, but they are purposely moving slowly in order to lure the prey. The team leader tells everyone to prepare for battle as they have all already provoked them. They all start shooting at the crawlers, and the team leader tells everyone to be careful as they move very fast. And once it comes closer, she tells everyone to kill it with a sword. A crawler then suddenly bites one of the soldiers, and Lin suggests moving to a more spacious area so that they can't attack them from above. They all then move to the park and get ready to kill the crawlers. Lin then drinks water and attacks a man. It turns out that the shadow assassin Wu Jai is seen. He says that his target is Lin, and he tells others not to interfere with his business. The team leader tells everyone that Wu Jai is one of the Federal Army's soldiers, and if they kill him, they will be making the Federal Army their enemy. Wu Jai attacks the team leader, and the team leader counterattacks by using Shatter Space Slash. He attacks the team leader, and when the soldiers see this, they decide to attack him together. He then also attacks the soldiers. On seeing this, Lin starts to run, but Wu Jai gets determined to catch him. The team leader tells the soldiers that whoever dares touch their people in front of the Starshine City's soldiers, they must make them pay. After that, Wu Jai comes in front of Lin and says that he should not run, to which Lin replies that he was just finding a place where no one would disturb him to kill Wu Jai. This makes Wu Jai angry. Lin asks Wu Jai if the Tang family has sent him to kill him. They both then attack each other, and Wu Jai dodges Lin's attack. Wu Jai finds Lin strong, and he uses the Silver Marshal technique, Fallen Flowers, to attack Lin. Lin realizes that this technique is similar to Burst Storm Pear Flower, but some of his moves are fake, just as not all are killing moves. Lin then uses the Burst Storm Pear Flower, but Wu Jai makes fun of his skills and calls them useless. Wu Jai then uses the Silver Marshal technique and Winged Assassination to attack Lin, and he thinks he has won. But suddenly, Wu Jai finds himself bleeding. Lin tells him that he hid his true power and only summoned 4 spears, as he can easily realize that someone is nearby as the system pops up with the person's attribute. Lin tells him that he can summon 5 spears in 1 second, and he has left the last one for him. After this, Wu Jai is killed, and the system notification appears that Lin has received 1,200,000 experience points for killing a rank 3 martial artist. The system then congratulates Lin on leveling up to level 14. Lin then tells the system to add 4 potential points to strength and physique. All the soldiers and team leaders come running towards Lin, and he thinks that these people are truly brothers, as they came despite knowing that they would have to face a rank 3 martial artist. But suddenly, Lin faints and falls down. Lin is seen lying down on a bed covered with bandages. He then comes out of the tent, and the team leader asks if he is alright. All the soldiers praise Lin and tell him that once he returns, he can obtain the bounty reward as he killed one of the wanted assassins of Starshine City. His team leader tells him that he will need at least 1 day to recover, so they decided to stay and get some rest, then prepare to hunt again. 1 month later, the soldiers wonder if they can now leave this place since they have killed all the zombies and monsters. They all call each other brothers, but they suddenly notice a group of assassins coming towards them. Lin notices that all of them are rank 1 martial artists, but realizes that a rank 3 martial artist is behind them who specializes in using a large sword. He warns his fellow soldiers to be careful. The rank 3 martial artist, Zhang Diaoyu, came to kill all of them, but he says that he only wants Lin and tells the rest of them to take other soldiers. The team leader then realizes that he is the lone wolf, Zhu Diaoyu, who has slaughtered a camp. He calls federal soldiers dogs and says that killing them is the same as killing dogs. Lin then starts comparing him to Wu Jai, which makes Zhang angry. Zhang tries to attack Lin with his sword, but Lin dodges it. He thinks that Zhang's sword is definitely heavier than his silver soul, and the guy seems strong. The team leader, on the other hand, told the soldiers to kill them all and not to go easy on them. Lin uses the Burst Storm Pear Flower to attack Zhang, but it doesn't affect him. He again tries to attack Lin by using the Silver Marshal technique, the Black Star Half Moon Slash. On seeing it, Lin thinks it is a strong attack, and he can't block it and might even die. Lin unleashes his fury, which shocks everyone, as everyone thinks that Lin has been cut into pieces by Zhang. But it turns out that Lin consumed the restricted medicine, and Zhang finds it interesting and again tries to attack Lin. Lin thinks that he is no match for this guy, as he has reached rank 3 in the martial arts. After this, Zhang uses the Silver Marshal technique, the Swirl Triple Slash, in order to attack Lin. Zhang slashes attack Lin, and he decides to use his trump card. Lin attacks Zhang with Burst Storm Pear Flower, but Zhang finds this technique useless against him. Along with this technique, Lin also uses 100 Bird Facing Phoenix, as he thinks that after a month of training, this technique has already reached the power of the Silver Marshal technique, and he also realizes that both techniques can be unleashed at the same time and can be combined into a stronger technique. Zhang feels that it's such a pity as each slash in a Swirl Triple Slash can absorb an opponent's martial technique power and become stronger. After this, Zhang launches a triple slash to attack Lin, and he feels that this attack is very strong and that he might die. Lin wonders if he is on the edge of life and death or if he has used his fury skill, which has increased his feeling of dying. He realizes that it makes him one with the spear, and now he will show Zhang the true burst storm pear flower skill. He uses secret art to attack Zhang. The use of the secret art skill shocks and kills Zhang. A system notification appears congratulating Lin for leveling up to level 15. After that, Lin is seen covered in bandages and wakes up in an infirmary. The team leader tells Lin that he has fainted and slept for a day already. He asks the team leader if they are up on the spaceship. The team leader tells him that his mission has ended and they are heading back. She gives him a card and says that this card has 3 million union coins and that it's a reward that he deserves for killing Shadow Assassin Wu Jai and Lone Wolf Zhu Diou, and she helped Lin by requesting it. Lin is happy to receive so much money and thinks that with this money, he can get better equipment. The team leader feels that Lin is a money lover and tells him that she just needs his thanks. She tells him that he can thank her by offering his body. Lin tells her that he is just a high schooler and can't make love so early. After this, Lin asks the team leader for the current date, to which she replies that it is 12. On listening to this, Lin realizes that it's the date of the test and he should head back quickly or it will be troublesome. The team leader tells him that they will be back within 2 hours and that there is no need to rush. After this, the Starshine City military airport is seen, and announcements are being made about the survival of different teams. Qin Kang offers 1 star to each soldier as this time's mission has been clean and everyone has done great work. Lin realizes that it's the badge that only federal soldiers can obtain, and each badge has a code. He starts thinking that those with badges can enjoy many benefits, and that even the police can't randomly catch martial artists with badges. Qin Kang tells Lin that he performed the best on the team, and because of him, the team have the highest survival rate. He gives a badge to Lin for making the most contributions. Other soldiers get shocked upon seeing this. Qin Kang gets impressed with Lin's growth rate and asks him if he is interested in becoming a federal soldier, as with his talent he can reach an unimaginable position, and even becoming a major general is not possible. Lin politely refuses to speak to the instructor and says he is still a high schooler and wants to attend university. The team leader hugs Lin and tells him to visit them when he is free. She says that they are all brothers who have gone through life and death. The semester competition is ready to commence. Everyone who would be called was asked to enter the arena in order to fight. Everyone was wondering where LIN XIU was. He didn't appear in the written test, and now he is nowhere to be seen even in the semester exam. He will get expelled from the school if this keeps going. Is it possible that the federal soldier died because we calculated the time when he should have left? No, Teacher Luo was confident that he would return alive. The boy wondered where LIN XIU went for training and why he had not returned since the past month. But Teacher Luo didn't reply to him and just asked him to wait a bit more. Another fight ended when Lei Liang was thrown out of the arena by Tang Tian with the Lightning Tiger title. Tang Tian is number 98 in the power ranking. He easily defeated him. People started discussing that he had trained on and come back from the death path, which is a very dangerous place and not many have survived it yet. Explaining Tang Tian's spread of a blood aura, it was finally LIN XIU's turn, but he was still nowhere to be found. The man announced his name and asked him to enter the arena. Chen Zhao was a bit disappointed to not see LIN XIU yet, as he was expecting him to be the one who could actually defeat Tang Tian. He announced again that number 1024 LIN XIU must reach the arena immediately, as he will start the countdown. And after the 10-second countdown ends, it will be treated as if he already lost the battle. Before teacher could even start the countdown, LIN XIU was right there. Everyone, including Teacher Luo, got really happy and excited about him. LIN XIU always comes late and likes to flex, and now that he is finally here after a whole month, he looks a bit stronger than last time. Tang Tian was a bit surprised to see that LIN XIU didn't die in the bright base, but now he was more excited to kill him personally with his own hands. Now, the fight is just about to begin as both fighters stand in front of each other in the arena. The opponent told Lin that now that he has once defeated Tang Tian, he is worthy to become his opponent and asked him not to take him lightly. But Lin was already confident in himself and told him that he is worth nothing as his power ranking is not even under 100. As the match began, Chen swung his huge weapon towards Lin, but he could easily catch it with his bare hands as he kicked him, making him fly away. Chen suddenly used his fire ability but was again easily countered by Lin's lightning attack. Chen got really angry now. He couldn't believe that he was losing to Lin in such a bad way, even though he is barehanded yet. Chen was ready to attack Lin with his unique technique, flying to send 3,000 feet. Everyone was actually shocked that Chen who is actually really strong, was forced to use his own special technique against Lin, who is known to be the weakest in his class and is still barehanded. Such techniques require a lot of energy from the user, and using such a technique in the first round is a huge risk. Lin thought to himself how he likes those who use the 9th and 13th styles of moves. He just needs to dodge the attack once, and this skill can also help him accumulate anger energy to the max. He was a bit relieved that he doesn't have to think much about the anger power cooldown time, as there will be only 2 matches in a day. Lin used his all-out attack, Mer's Shatter Fist, against Chen's unique skill and threw him far away out of the arena, leaving him unconscious. Number 1024 LIN XIU was announced as the winner after defeating Chen. Teacher Luo and others were still in shock, as they couldn't believe that he had turned so powerful in just a month. Everyone was there to welcome Lin and congratulate him on his victory. They noted how he came back in a showy way and even won with a flex. After congratulating him, he asked Lin where he went for the training and why he didn't bring him with him. Lin told him in his sharp words that it was a dangerous place and why would he take a burden with him. He got a bit angry when Lin called him a burden, but everyone took it as a joke and laughed the talk off. After some time, when Lin was left a bit alone, he realized that last time when he defeated Zhu Diou, he wasn't able to check his stats after he fainted after he leveled up. He checked his tabs to find out that he has leveled up to level 15 and has achieved 1 lucky draw chance. The host has acquired the skill of Disguise too. Disguise is an ability that lets the host conceal his martial aura and become the same as a normal human. The only catch is that if a person is 2 ranks above the host's level, he will be able to discover it even after the skill is used. Another tab popped up, telling him that he had also gained Jin Chain rank 1. Wen was shocked to see so many open tabs in the history. He refused to use the skill Jin Chain because of its negative factors. A 10% death rate is too much of a risk for Lin. As he was thinking all of this, his name was announced again to enter the arena. Zhang Wen, the dean of the Starshine Academy, was sitting on the chair, and as he watched Lin's fight, he thought to himself how he managed to survive the bright base clearing mission. He not only managed to survive, but he also got stronger than the last time. He wondered how he would explain all this to Tang's family. The dean had another idea in mind. He planned to put him against a very strong opponent, and let him cripple Lin. This way he will be able to satisfy the Tang family. The battle schedule is finally out, and everyone was wishing to fight a beginner-level martial artist. Unfortunately, Zhang Yu was set up against power ranking 4, also a 3rd-year student, and he is famous for entering various dangerous areas with all types of monsters and dangerous beasts. Zhang was really disappointed to realize that he was being matched up with such a martial artist. It is also rumored that he was able to survive the death path and has broken through the 1st rank of martial artists. Teacher Lu wished both Lai and Zhang luck as he saw that both of them have been set up with strong opponents. On the other side, Sui has finally arrived. Everyone greeted him, including the dean and other officials. One of them asked teacher Zhang to bring in the reports of the excellent students to show them to Sui, but Sui denied it and said that he was interested in the competition and asked to watch it instead. The fight between Zhang Yi and Tang Tian was a moment away from getting started. Zhang told Tang Tian that even though he knows that Tang is very strong, he will not back off or surrender. This excited Tang more, as he told him that he would eventually kill everyone in class 29, which completely triggered Zhang, making him attack Tang Tian. Tang was easily able to avoid the attack and broke one of his limbs. He held Zhang's second and right hands and threatened to break all 4 of his limbs. But before he could harm Zhang more, Lin arrived and was able to avoid any more harm. As both of them started arguing with each other, the referee arrived and asked Lin about his class and how he could break the rule and into the arena without permission. But Lin's words backfired, saying that how could he, as a teacher, let a student get beaten to death in front of everyone, making him speechless. The nurse instantly came back with a stretcher and asked Lin to bring Zhang near the arena, from where she could take him back to the medical room to treat him. Tang Tian was announced to be the winner of the match by knockout. The sister from the medical room told Lin that she is personally here this time as the 100 people's competition is in progress, and it is possible that the battle is fierce and one may get severely hurt. Zhang couldn't stop crying after going through such disgrace. He was regretting not being able to attack Tang Tian even once, even after he threatened to kill everyone in his class. He also warned Lin to be careful if he is set up against Tang Tian because he may get dangerous. The next fight was ready to commence as LIN XIU and Yi Gu Lin were announced to enter Arena 9 to fight. Lin could easily feel Yi Gun Lin's strength as he realized that he had already crossed the stage of a level 2 martial artist at the young age of 18. He realized that even though Yi Gun Lin's rank is only 2, his overall combat ability is really high. He is the fourth most powerful student at Starshine School, and is known as the Starshine Tiger. He done stomped his hammer in the ground, leaving a small crater, which really shocked Lin, as the arena is made up of special stone that is strong like steel. As the fight between both of them continued, the audience kept getting shocked, one after another. A man exclaimed how unlucky Lin is for getting set up with Gun Lin, and he forecasts that he will lose eventually. He bet with Lin's friend that whoever loses will eat the whole area. On the other side, Lin was really in a tough place. He did not expect Gun's hammer attack to be this strong. He first thought that his only way out is to use the Fury attack, but he can't use it right now as the cooldown period is too long for it, and using such a trump card so early would really not be the right choice for him right now. He used his Burst Storm Pear Flower attack, which injured Gun a bit. The ones who did bet on Gun were really surprised, but they were still calm, as they said that Gun is still not serious. Gun finally got a bit serious. He collected spiritual energy from all around and attacked Lin with his silver martial technique, the Tarzan Smash. The spiritual energy in the hammer started suppressing Lin, making him unable to move at all. Lin finally decided to fight it head on, as he couldn't dodge it anymore. He used his skill, 100 Birds Face the Phoenix, and his previous skill, Burst Storm Pear Flower, together. Everyone was shocked after witnessing such a move. The dean and other bait officials were left in shock to see Lin use two of the skills together. Sir Yi took notice of him as he wondered how Lin could use a martial art like this. Gun is now really excited because he is ready to attack Lin with another one of his special silver techniques, the Ferocious Tiger Smash. This is Gun's trump card, as everyone was thinking that now Lin will die as he didn't dodge the attack. Lin had no choice but to use Fury, as he stood unharmed and appeared when the smoke cleared. He told him that the warm-up was over and prepared himself for another attack. Both of them again attacked each other. Every single official and adult who was witnessing this match between Du and Lin was both shocked and astonished. Du was confused and couldn't understand how Lin became suddenly so strong. He was able to dominate him until now, but now he's the one getting dominated by him. He still has no intention of losing as he swings his huge hammer, using another of his skills, Strong Hammer Smash, but is again countered by Lin. No one being able to hurt Lin even after simultaneous efforts now started making Gun panic. He used all of his power in his Ferocious Tiger Break Cage attack on the other side, where Lin used his all-out attack and ended up winning the match. The audience cheered as they celebrated Lin's victory. They were still taking time to process the match as they announced that LIN XIU defeated Yibu Lin, who is ranked number 4 in the power ranking list, which is a huge achievement in itself. This nurse, who is also a food live streamer, taunted the ones who lost their bet and asked them if they wanted to eat the stage raw, cooked, or steamed. The teachers at their school were the ones in shock the most, as Gun watched everyone cheering for Lin. He got really jealous. He couldn't handle all the praise Lin was getting. He threw a small bomb towards Lin as he cursed him to die. He laughed and all because he thought that he had killed Lin with his bomb as smoke covered the arena. But Lin was alright as Sir Yu was standing in front of him, shielding him using his advanced source energy rank application skill shield. Only rank 6 or higher users can use the inner source power and unleash it to form a circle, which can block any sort of attack. Sir Yu checked on Win and praised him for the good work he had presented the audience with. Sir Yu was really disappointed to see a student use such a dirty trick to win just because he was desperate. He scolded the principal, who immediately came close to the place and apologized for Gu. He assured Sir Yu that he will make sure that Gu is severely punished for the sin he committed today. Lin couldn't help but wonder who Sir Yu is since the principal himself was acting so politely in front of him. Teacher Lu informed Lin that, due to such a disastrous event, the morning match has been postponed and he should rest and prepare for the afternoon match. Lin asked Teacher Lu who Sir Yu is, but he wasn't sure himself about it. He told Lin that Sir Yu must be one of the teachers from one of the big 5 great schools who checked out our school and its talented students. Lin returned back to the student dormitory and started checking all the tabs. He had already leveled up to level 15, so the system awarded him 1 lottery draw chance. He also receives 1 lottery drawing chance every month, so he has 2 lottery draws now. Lin used one of his chances as he prayed to the god to get a good reward from the lottery, but ended up getting disappointed as he saw that he just gained another boring sword skill. Suddenly another tab popped up. The tab said that the system has detected that the host has many extra martial technique cards. Hence, the fuse system has been activated. The fuse technique lets the host combine 3 cards of the same level into 1 good card. Lin couldn't stop his smile and shing eyes as he saw such a good function is now available to him, as this function will let him use all the boring, useless, same skill cards and create some useful skills out of them. Lin is really excited as he already has a new fuse function that he unlocked. And now it's time to use the lottery draw chance that was left. Lin continued praying and hoping to win a big package. The lottery awarded him a martial arts gift package. Jin jumped in excitement and peeked inside the package. He received 2 sword skill cards and 1 spear skill card. He wasn't really impressed with the rewards when, suddenly, an idea struck his mind. He now possessed 3 silver cards, so what if he uses his new system function and fuses the 3 silver skill cards to gain another, better card? He commanded the system to fuse the 3 cards and received the special spear skill called Judgment. This skill can reflect the enemy's martial technique and attack the enemy. A martial technique's power is determined by the reflected martial technique's power. It uses a strength source and has strict requirements within it. If the enemy's level is too high, then his attack will not be reflected using the skill. Lin cheered up as he wondered that now he could use the reflect skill instead of the shield skill to avoid being hit by an attack. The time passed, and the time for the evening match came. This time LIN XIU was set up with Fei Fei number 520. As Lin was just thinking about how he had been set up against a girl for the match, Fei Fei used her hoops in her hands and jammed Lin. She slowly came close to him and kissed him. Lin was really shocked, but before he could do anything, Fei Fei called the refs and admitted defeat. She mentioned that Lin is far stronger than her and is her idol, hence, she can't do anything to him. While everyone in the audience was really confused witnessing all this scene and praising Lin's fortune, Miss Doctor was really irritated. She was annoyed to see Fei Fei kiss Lin in front of her. The moment Lin descended from the arena, she came, held him tight, and kissed him as passionately as possible, making Jin and himself regret using up their first kiss. The officials announced that out of the 25 people who entered the competition, 12 have advanced, and as there was one extra, one of the groups will have 3 members instead of 2. The official is again planning against Jin. He ended up being in the group with 3 other members against Zhang Tao and Zhu Zhan. Teacher Liu warned Jin that one of them is rank 10 in the power rankings and the other is rank 12, and that they have a good relationship with each other. He simplified the situation to Jin and made him understand that the officials have played a trick on him and the actual match is 2v1. So he warned Jin that he must keep his guard up at all times and be alert as this time the match may get troublesome for him. Jin calmed himself down as he realized that maybe he should not fear them as they are not as strong as Yigu Lin, his previous opponent, so he can defeat them with his new trump card up his sleeve. As the match started, both of them simultaneously started attacking Lin. In order to counterattack against the 2 fiery skills of his opponents, Lin used his 100 birds facing Phoenix skill. But something unexpected happened. One of his opponents used the silver martial technique, the Tornado Remnant Cloud Claw. Lin's 100 birds disappeared the moment it clashed with their technique. The martial artist who made Jin's skill disappear explained that his skill uses high-speed spinning, which helps deflect many kinds of martial arts techniques. He further told Jin that he has studied Jin's pattern of attacking and his skill and has realized that his attacks can only target one person at a time. So if he and the other martial artist attack him at the same time, he is bound to lose. In the next moment, both of them used their skill together on Jin. But they were unaware of the fact that now Jin also has the ability to reflect attacks, and even though everyone else in the audience was calling their act shameless and unfair, Jin was really calm. He used his silver magic skill Judgment as the 2 attacks got close to him. The skill shield like aura absorbed his attacks and reflected them only towards them, knocking them out. Jin turned towards Zhang Tai, who had been able to dodge his attack. Jin used his all-out power, Storm Burst Pear Flower, finally knocking both of them out and winning the 2 versus 1 fight in front of the whole audience. The Dean was really pissed off by this scene, as he was not expecting something like this to happen or that his plan to defeat Jin by putting him against 2 strong opponents would fail so miserably. Just behind Dean Tang, I was standing and observing the match with him. Tang asked the Dean to now just let him fight Jin, as he is in the top 15 fighters now. Tang assured her that he would take care of Jin now, as Tang started planning schemes in his mind against Jin, as he promised himself that he will make Jin pay. He recalled the time he had to spend on the death path without any choice but to return back and defeat him as miserable as possible. The process of the fighting tournament is in one of its final stages now. The officials announced that 6 of the 12 teams had won and would not advance to the next match. The first match scheduled was between Tang Tian and LIN XIU. The audience started wondering, if Lin Xian has already defeated Tang Tian once in the past, is the fight even worth watching now that Tang has leveled up to 2nd degree black belt status? Everyone was talking about Tang and wondering how he was able to transform or level up to 2 in such a short period of time. People also said that this was made possible due to his training in the death path, which is rumored to be really dangerous. Tang Tian's brother was there to watch his brothers fight. He even said that this time will be different than last time, as he had to go through pain in the death path, and is back way stronger than the last time. Tang Tian confronted Lin in the arena and said that he would beat him for sure this time. Lin was also ready to serve his grudges against the Tang family, which he had harbored since the time Tian's father sent men to kill Lin. The match began with a loud clash between their weapons. Both of them knew that their opponent was not weak at all, and they had to give their best in order to win this fight. Tang Tian flaunted his special long sword, for which he said he spent over 100 million taels to buy it, known as the Blood Fiend Long Sword. It is special because it is made of a special kind of metal found in the Red Blood Store. The sword was actually deadly, but Lin saved himself by dodging the sword in the split second as he counterattacked using his Burst Flower Pair Flower attack. But it was easily dodged by Tian using his footwork technique. Teacher Liu couldn't believe that Tang Tian was able to pull off a footwork technique. A person needs to be at least a third-level martial artist to use such a skill. Tian's brother told everyone in confidence to just wait and see how he would completely destroy and defeat him by killing him. Tang Tian started overpowering and dominating Lin. He used his uppercut slash to cut Lin and then his burst shatter fist, injuring Lin heavily. Lin slowly got back his composure, and he could easily notice that Tang's burst shatter fist was way stronger than the last time. He could tell that Tang's overall fighting has reached stage 3. The cooldown for Fury has still not ended, as he knew it would be hard to fight Tang Tian with the Fury skill. Tang Tian then looked at Lin and laughed while saying that he is really weak. Lin had no choice but to keep attacking until his Fury skill was returned to him. He used his 100 Birds Facing Phoenix attack on Tang Tian, but this time it was of no use. Tang Tian laughed as he said that he was not at all scared by Lin's attack. He also said again that he has spent thousands of dollars to buy the long sword and numerous cards after a lot of research to precisely counter all of the attacks made so far by Lin. Again, everyone, including Lin, was shocked to see 2 of his skills get disqualified in a skill day. He shouted that Tang Tian wouldn't be able to encounter his next attack as he used his Burst Strong Pair Flower attack. Even this attack was not able to make Tang even a bit scared, so he used another one of his card skills to easily disperse Lin's attack. It was Tang's chance to attack now. He jumped with all his might and used his silver martial arts technique, Rob Life Blood Light. Even though Lin tried his best to reflect the skill back with his new skill, he was not able to do it and was injured even more. He wondered why the Judgment skill was not able to reflect the attack. The only possible explanation for this was that Tang Tian has already reached the 3rd stage of martial arts and has level 3 combat ability. While Lin was trying to figure out all this, Tang swung his long sword, aiming at his shoulder. Lin dodged the attack by a split second and attacked using his Burst Shatter Fist to keep Tang away from him. Tang, even though he was pushed a bit back by Lin's attack, just reduced the gap between them again and started beating him terribly. Lin was unable to do anything and was barely blocking his attack as he kept his guard up. Now, people even from Lin's side in the audience started asking him to accept defeat, as he would die if he kept on getting beaten like that. Lin was not even a bit ready to give up and accept defeat, even though he was getting badly beaten. Tang punched him so hard that Lin fell down. Tang was not ready to stop hitting Lin. But fortunately the referee intervened and asked Tang to stop hitting Lin as he was already in an unconscious state. Tang started leaving the arena, and Lin was about to accept his defeat too, but suddenly, a page tab popped up right in front of him. It said if he wants to unlock the Gene Chain ability, it is the same skill that he refused to accept because there was a 10% chance of getting killed, a 20% chance of going into a coma, etc. And in return, the skill will give him tremendous strength and ability. Lin had no choice but to take the risk now, and he accepted the tab and the skill. The moment he accepted the ability, his strength, physique, agility, and other attributes started increasing, as did his overall combat ability. He obtained 3 lucky draw chances, and he also leveled up to level 2 martial artist by accepting the level 2 martial artist title. He also gained 1 more lottery and a 5% increase in the strength attribute. The referee was just about to announce Tang Tian as the victor when Lin started moving again. He was really feeling great, and he felt as if all the cells in his body were filled with a lot of power and energy. Sir Yu was really shocked to see this happening before his eyes. He wondered what was happening to Lin. He did not consume any restricted medicine, nor did he emit any kind of martial technique wave, but he still got stronger. A few months ago, he was just trash and weak in all fields, but now suddenly, his body physique is top tier, and he is about to reach the rank of 3rd degree martial artist. Tang Tian on the other side thought that Lin was just trying to act tough, so he attacked Tang Tian with his burst shatter fist. And Tang Tian also did the same, but this time Tang was the one who got damaged instead of Lin. Tang Tian's secret arm was revealed to be a mechanical arm. Tang blamed Lin for all the pain he had to go through and said that he has now become half human and half robot. He further told everyone that during his time on the death path, all his limbs were crippled by the monsters living there, and he had to change himself into a human way. The change in Tang Tian's body helped him reach the level 3 martial artist stage but also stopped his cultivation. Tang Tian got more aggressive with his blaming and rushed towards Lin to attack him, but was again beaten by Lin and his abnormal speed. Lin attacked them with a series of attacks, leaving him in an unconscious state. LIN XIU was announced as the winner of the match as the audience roared in happiness and started cheering for LIN XIU. While everyone started settling down, Tang Tian suddenly woke up and tried with all his might to inject Lin with a syringe. The syringe contained the ANZ virus, which can turn anyone into a zombie. Lin was already prepared to dodge such an attack. He held Tang Tian's hand and injected the syringe back into his body only. Tang Tian turned into a monster the moment he was injected with the syringe. Lin didn't stop there, and she killed the zombie using the broken spear lying on the ground. Suddenly, Tang family's head, Tang Mubai, didn't even wait a second and attacked Lin from out of the arena for killing his son. Lin somehow dodged the first attack but was about to get hit by his second attack when suddenly Suryi came up on the stage and counter-attacked him to save Lin from the attack. Mubai was not able to understand why there was a rank 6 martial artist in Starshin City. He started acting as if he was crying in front of Suryi and said that he wanted to send Lin to the police for killing his son. Suryi was watching the whole match as an audience member. He already knew that it was Tang Tian who tried to attack Lin with his syringe and wanted to turn him into a zombie. Lin only attacked him in self-defense, and none of it was his own fault. He also mentioned that Lin only killed a zombie and not a human being, which is in accordance with the student safety of Starshine Academy. Mubai calmed himself down and asked one of his men to collect Den Tangshan's body laying on the ground. But this was also denied by Suryi as he said that they must not remove a zombie's body before the police have arrived as there is a huge chance that the ANZ virus and the zombie will spread in the city. One of the workers of the Starshine Academy approached Mubai and asked them to calm down and wait at the arena. As has happened in the academy, they must wait for the police to arrive before they can claim Tang Tian's body. Lin expressed his gratitude to Master Yi, who saved him from Mubai, and debated with the family for his sake. Suryi told Lin that it was nothing and all he did was not at all wrong. He also told Lin that he must inform Suryi if anyone tries to use this event against him and cause him trouble, referring to the Tang family's head, Mubai. Later, in the federal team dormitory area, everyone was praising Lin and his unbeatable strength. The men praising Lin were also somehow worried for him, as they knew that even though what he did was not wrong at all, the Tang family has a lot of power and influence in the area, and this might lead to Lin's harm. The leader of the federal team arrived in the room and told the other members that she had received a message from the Starshine Academy, and they had to leave for the academy to search for information about the mutated zombie incident. The next morning, a few officers arrived at Lin's room with the dean of the academy. The officer came in front of Lin and told him that he was being arrested for being a suspect in murder. Lin was rather calm, but he abused the dean and also said that a teacher like him deserved to get abused. The head officer asked the subordinate officers not to listen to Lin and arrest him, but they were stopped in shock as they heard that Lin has a 1-star medal. Lin told them that they don't have enough power to capture him and that only federal officers can capture him. The dean was not ready to believe in Lin and said that he was just a liar, and the officers must not fall for his words. As the officers were about to step forward to take Lin into custody, the vehicle from the federal team arrived. The team leader ordered to arrest all the officers and the dean as they tried to handcuff a 1-star federal officer without having the power to do so. The federal team and the leader already knew Lin and greeted him as all of them were having a conversation when Teacher Lu arrived at the place. He had bad news for Lin, as he mentioned that the Tang family is a major shareholder of the school and has decided to take disciplinary action against him. He further told Lin that the school believes that they suspect Lin to have already known that the syringe contained poisonous liquid and intentionally attacked Tang Tian with ill intentions. The team leader told Lin that there is always another way, as the instructor has told the team to officially invite Lin to join the federal team. Lin already knew that if he wasn't able to finish the 3rd year of school, he wouldn't be able to attend university, so he agreed to join the federal team and kill zombies with his brothers on the team. Suddenly, Suryi arrived at the scene and mentioned that Lin had one more way out of the situation other than joining the federal team. Sir Yi told Lin that he could join his school, and Sir Yi handed Lin an enrollment notification. It was a letter from the State Territory School. Everyone was shocked to hear the State Territory School's name. Sir Yi told everyone that he is a teacher at the State Territory School, and he is responsible for recruiting talented students every year. Sir Yi visits different schools from everywhere each year and brings them to the State Territory School as special recruits. Lin told Sir Yi that he has been expelled from the school, but Sir Yi told him that he should not get worried because he won't be needed to give the third-year entrance exam, as there is a special committee for the special recruits, and as he has shown his special talent to Sir Yi, he will get recruited directly in the school. Lin was really happy to hear this. He never expected that he would be able to join such a famous and great school after being expelled from his own school. The federal team leader was a bit annoyed as Sir Yi was able to somehow convince Lin to go with him to his school, and in the way to take him he also took away a very valuable future recruit of the team. She wondered how Lin could have become a very valuable asset for the team, but now it won't happen. Lin was now really excited to meet Zai Zai and Xiao Luoyu again in this unexpected way. Lin had one last doubt now. He asked Sir Yi where the location of the death path was, as he was not able to find anything about it even after he searched for it. The enrollment letter also does not describe the location of the State Territory School. Sir Yi gave Lin a serious look and told him that he must go to the end of the death path, and that he will meet some people there. Those people at the end of the death path will take him to the State Territory School. No one was expecting to hear this name. The death path is a very dangerous path full of dangerous monsters. It is an area with many zombies and highly evolved beasts, and is known as one of the most dangerous areas in the world. It is rumored that the place has the top 10 strongest monsters in the world and all the ruin of previous experiments from the wartime era. Sir Yi asked him if he is scared, but Lin replied with confidence that he is not scared at all. He is just a bit excited. He further thought to himself, why should he get scared? The place is heaven to him, as there will be more monsters and zombies there, and he will be able to kill more of them and grind to a higher cultivation level more quickly than if he went to some normal school, or joined the team instead. Sir Yi asked Lin what his plan is, and Lin told him that he will be going to the Black Sea territory to receive his martial artist certificate after clearing the exam required, and then he will cross the death path to reach the State Territory School. The federal team hosted a party to celebrate Lin's achievement and her joining the State Territory Academy, which is a well-known and famous school all over the area. They also invited teacher Luo and a few others to the party. All the women in the party started trying to seduce Lin as the federal team head was watching all this from afar. She asked Lin to get in her car, and she will drop him in the Black Sea territory as she pushes herself towards Lin. Lin explained that the State Territory School definitely has many geniuses, and the path to the school is also very dangerous. So he plans to walk and train by the side so that he can get stronger along the way. The federal team leader was a bit annoyed to hear that, but she understood Lin's intention. The following morning, Lin was now on his way to the Black Sea region. He regrets not being able to get a nice spear for himself and carry such a nominal spear, which may break anytime. But once he is able to get the martial artist certificate, he will be able to enter the martial artist union on the web and buy a strong weapon as well. While Lin was walking along the path, he suddenly felt the aura of a martial artist behind him. He countered the martial artist, while the other two rushed towards him to attack. They were probably people from the Tang family seeking revenge on Lin. They were confused as to why Lin is so strong even though he is emitting a weak aura. The men started attacking Lin in groups but were getting defeated by Lin as he used the 100 birds to launch a phoenix attack on them. After defeating all the underlings, Lin moved towards the head of the Tang family, who was watching the fight from the sides. Mu Bai told Lin that he would make Lin pay for killing Tang Chan intentionally. Lin provoked Mu Bai by saying that he should not get angry and that he will send Mu Bai to his son only. Lin used his burst strong pair attack on Mu Bai, and even though he was able to dodge the attack, he wasn't expecting Lin to be so strong. Lin attacked using 5 spears, and each spear had the power of a second-level peak martial artist. But such attacks are not enough to defeat Mu Bai. Mu Bai used his Moon Fang Ballable Slash. Lin was again able to dodge the attack, but he noticed that the attack was really strong, and he wouldn't be able to defeat Mu Bai without his Fury skill. The Fury skill still has a cooldown of 3 minutes, so he must dodge Mu Bai for the next 3 minutes. Lin attacked Mu Bai with his 100 Bird Phoenix, but this time the attack got absorbed in Mu Bai's sword. Mu Bai used the Golden Martial Technique. God Martial Technique or high-level skill attack. Lin knew that he won't be able to dodge it completely. Lin used his judgment skill to reflect and guard himself, but even after using the skill, he wasn't able to completely guard himself and fell several meters over the stone. Such a strong level of attack also crushed Lin's weapon, and Mubai ran towards him to kill him. Lin smiled as the time was over and the cooldown for the skill began. Fury had just ended. Lin punched Mubai back. He wasn't able to understand how Lin got so strong. Knocking Mubai down suddenly, Mubai pleaded on his knees and said that he must not get killed, as the Tang family will get killed if he is dead. Lin told Mubai that he is not a trash and out to cause conflict with the Tang family as he slashed Mubai's head off. Lin received a lot of XP after killing him, and he wondered what would have happened to him if he hadn't used the Fury skill. Lin now moved towards the dark forest, looking forward to a more dangerous route to cross next. Some time has passed since then, and Lin has advanced a lot and reached level 15. He wonders that within a few more years he will be able to reach 2000 combat power, after which he will become a rank 3 martial artist. He also cheered up as he said that he has accumulated 4 lottery drawing chances. As he asked the system to open the lottery draw, he got confused. This time the lottery was a bit different. The results were not being shown, and instead he could see a lot of question marks on the screen. The system told Lin that all the question marks meant a lucky lottery reward, and the rewards he wins in these lotteries will be multiple times better than normal rewards. Lin rolled the dice in the lottery and won a lot of crystals. His eyes gleamed with happiness to see the crystals, but he also knew that they were of no use to him. He thought maybe he can sell these crystals as they will pay him a lot of money. Lin moved forward to the next lucky draw, and this time the needle stopped on a legendary weapon. Lin couldn't stop smiling as he saw the legendary Scarlet Moon weapon in his hands. Legendary weapons are way different than normal weapons. They were made of soft metal and were fist-type weapons. Lin was happy to have a fist-type weapon, as he just had spear techniques and didn't have much idea about Mubai's long sword either. Lin asked the system to use up all the techniques he has and received a lot of martial arts technique cards. He was a bit disappointed to see the cards, as he saw that even though there were many, none of them were actually related to spears, which was a waste for him. Suddenly he remembered that he can use the skill cards and fuse them up with each other. He fused 3 bronze cards and received another silver martial art card called Pillar Sky. Lin wondered what would happen if he used up 3 silver cards and fused them with each other and whether he would be able to win a gold card using this method. He tried it multiple times but was not able to win even a single golden card. Now he was only left with 6 silver martial arts skill cards. He prayed as he fused 2 of them, but nothing came into his hand. This was his last chance. He used his silver cards and fused them in the hope of earning some good golden cards. This time, Lady Luck listened to his wish as he received a Spear Gold martial art technique card, the Galaxy Fallen 9 Sky. Lin wondered that for now he is just a level 2 martial artist and won't be able to use a gold card, but after a bit more grinding he will reach level 3, and then he may be good enough to use the card. This is the last lottery chance now, and Lin asked the system to give him a surprise. The moment he said this, a huge gift appeared out of it as a lottery. He received a very heavy green vest and armor in the box, and Lin chose to wear it even though it weighed around 165 kilograms in total as he started moving towards the Black Sea City again. While going through the jungle, Lin came across a rank 2 silver-clawed black bear attacking the boy. The bear was about to just kill the boy when Lin appeared out of nowhere in his insane speed. Lin himself was impressed by the performance of his new legendary weapon, the Burst Shatter Fist Kill, which had enough force to easily kill a rank 2 evolved beast. The boy felt really grateful to Lin, as she saved him from the dangerous beast. The boy introduced himself and said that his name is Lei Liang. He asked Lin if he was also going to the Black Sea City. Lei Liang was also impressed by Lin's ability to kill the monster with a single blow. He wondered why his aura was just that of a weak level 1 martial artist. The other member of Lei Liang's team finally reached their destination, and they asked Lei Liang if he was fine, as he had run from the sight of the monster and was nowhere to be seen. Lei Liang told the people that he was really tired after defeating so many monsters and would have died if Lin didn't save him. He also told the team about Lin and that he is also going to the Black Sea City to take the martial artist certificate. Lei Liang told Lin that he and his team are also going to the Black Sea territory to take the martial artist exam, and he also invited Lin to continue his journey forward with him as they will take care of each other along the way, and the journey will be easy. Lei Liang told Lin that they were actually a 5-person group, but they met a girl just like they met Lin along the way. He pointed towards the tree behind them. Liang introduced her as she was sitting on the tree. It was Berry Howling, also known as the Dark Princess. So that is it for this video. Guys, hope you enjoyed it. So if you like the video, then hit the like button and leave a comment for the next part. Most important, subscribe and press the bell icon for notification. I will meet you in the new video. Till then, bye.